Dominique has been concerned about the stuff that's been getting onto his face and hands all morning.
It's been very weird. It's like there's white powder.
White stuff. The makeup person came in kindly and said, you got stuff all over you. And it was pointed out that this is Stugotz's chair.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I'm touching something. It's disgusting. And I appreciate everyone for helping me out in this process, but it's very gross. I had to change the microphone little cover thing because it was gross. I'm mad at Stu also. I was perusing the internet, and I saw something, a gift that I thought would be perfect for Stu. It like popped up, and I saw it, and it made me think of him. So I bought it for him, sent it to his house. He didn't say anything, so it's
He's not home a lot, though.
Oh, no, it was a while ago. So I saw.
He also moved. Did you have an old address?
I asked him for his address because it wasn't a secret.
He's also ungrateful.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Could that be part of it?
I think that's the one. And I'm not someone, so my wife is like a stickler for like the proper way to do things. It's like you send out thank you cards. You do these sorts of things. And I'm not a guy who's a stickler for that, but like shoot a brother a text.
You want acknowledgement.
And so I text him like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. All right, bud. See you later. That was it. I'm like, all right, I guess. So I bring it to the air to air my grievances. Which
I believe he never saw it.
Possibly. That's nice of you.
What did you get him?
They were Grateful Dead influenced Knicks T-shirts.
What a thoughtful gift.
Right. I'm not even a great gift giver, but because I'm a fan of this show, I know that Stu pretends to like New York sports, but really likes Grateful Dead. So, first of all, my algorithm, a little disappointed in you. Not sure what about me suggested that I wanted Grateful Dead Knicks T-shirts, but
it just knows you know Stu.
Yeah, must have.
Do you get the credit for thinking of Stu when it was the algorithm that gave it to you? Or you're talking about the credit once you see it, but then you think of it?
No, it didn't say for Stugotz.
I mean, whether it did or didn't, I typed in my credit card information, his address, like I spent some time and some money. Just shoot a brother. I keep catching myself. Shoot a brother a text and say thanks.
How many times do you guys need to be targeted for the same thing before you finally commit to it? Because it happened to me with a pair of sneakers recently where I found my size, I put them in the cart, and I said, no, I don't need these sneakers.
Oh, once it's in the cart,
it kept going over and over again. And then I went through to the point where like I was checking out, and I tried to, instead of put my credit card, just do Apple Pay, and then there was nowhere to click to make the purchase. And I was like, well, this is a sign I don't need these things. And then I left. And then an hour later, I was on Instagram, and I had the same target. I'm like, you know what? This is a sign I need these shoes. So then I went and I just put in their credit card information. I bought the shoes. But it took like 6 tries before I was able to commit to these shoes that were $49.99.
Have you guys ever seen Stugotz in a T-shirt?
Mostly a hoodie?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen him in a
I think
T-shirt.
about it.
Oh, bad gift. I should have got him the hoodie.
He came up to me the other day when I was wearing a T-shirt, and he's like, that's my T-shirt. And I'm like, how? And I was like, no, like this is a shirt that like some band sent like a bunch of shirts. Like, no, I'm pretty sure that's mine. And I'm like, how on earth would I have your shirt?
Like, why steal the shirt off your back?
Why would I be wearing your shirt?
Why would he think you have the same size as Stu?
Well, we're close. I actually think he's a larger size than I am.
He's a little.
You're a foot and a half taller than he
I know,
is.
but listen, between us, he's on the 2XL train right now, and I'm not.
What?
Yeah, not to put anyone's business out there, but he thought that I was somehow wearing his exact shirt because he couldn't comprehend that people would have the exact same shirt.
I just want to fact check this. Stugotz cannot be 2XL.
I'm just telling you what he takes when the things are sent
that's
here.
different.
That's what he wears.
Maybe that's why he didn't think Dominique. He got him.
Yeah, what size you get him? Like medium or something?
Yeah, I think I probably got him a large. Like I wear mediums, but
buddy, it's not 2002.
I think I probably got him a large, so he probably doesn't appreciate it. I asked him, so I texted him before I got it, because like, what's your address? Because I don't have his address. I didn't ask him what's your size. That was a mistake.
Can I tell you something I found out about him just now in the break that I'm bringing on the air? And I probably shouldn't, but whatever.
Oh, well.
It was just announced to me. So we have a guy that works here, Taylor, who helps out with video and does all kinds of stuff.
He sings.
He's a great singer. He's a serial WFAN listener. He loves WFAN. He's from New York. David, I don't know if you know this, he rode a train from here up to New York. Yeah. So
for them to lose, as I recall.
Correct. Yeah, and he, I think he has the team's curse, whatever. So he's always listening to WFAN. He loves New York sports, and he told me that he heard announced on WFAN last week that Stugotz will be filling in July on WFAN, and that was news to me and probably news to everyone that is hearing this now.
It is July. Is that why he's not here this week?
No, he's golfing this week. He's in Lake Tahoe, which makes me then wonder when this filling in is going to occur because he's had 2 straight weeks off. He's presently playing golf, but they announced he will be filling in July.
Without dates? That's a weird announcement to
I
make.
assume they have the dates.
Where was he last week?
Do you want
Nope.
No, don't need it.
No.
breaking the fourth wall or what are we doing
Nope.
here?
Keep that fourth wall right where it belongs. I like
we're
four
breaking
walls.
it.
No,
No,
don't break
no.
it.
We
Don't
can't.
break it.
We
I don't
can't.
want it broken. So algorithms, they be knowing stuff, man. I have a weird situation where I learn things that I'm into by my social media. So like I just discovered TikTok. I'm into scare videos now. So I used to be a guy
What's
who
the
was
scare
like,
video?
It's like they do a compilation of people jumping out and scaring people. And I find it incredibly hilarious, and I'm embarrassed because I fancy myself somewhat of a smart guy who like appreciates some highbrow HBO level content. But you show somebody getting scared, and I mean, you got me. I'll go
Like
and-
haunted house?
No, just regular people.
Like The Shining?
No. So like, assume you walk out of this studio, and I'm standing on the other side. Someone else has a camera, and I go, "Ha!" And then you like jump and flinch and drop whatever. Compilations of videos like that, and I love them.
How do you get on that algorithm?
I don't know. I think they probably just tested me one time. I don't know.
You will be now, David.
Yeah.
I will never be. I don't like being scared.
I don't like. It wasn't Instagram. It's TikTok. I don't really like Instagram either because I don't really care. And this is sad, but like I don't really care about other people's lives. TikTok is more like entertainment than it is. Like I don't want to know what you're doing. I don't care. If I
This
cared,
is
I
why
would
you
call
don't have friends, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly why I don't have friends.
This
I
adds
want to
up.
know. I would like my friends for the day to join in. And Lucy, what is the weird thing in your? I feel like asking Lucy what is the weird thing is.
It's going to involve
What do you
junk.
What's the normal thing on Lucy's algorithm?
Okay, so 2 things. First, related to your last point, I saw a girl that I went to high school with on my TikTok For You page the other day, and it infuriated me. I should never see someone I know on my TikTok For You page. Also, she lied in the video, but I'm not going to bring that up. That's not the point.
Wait. Is she herself an influencer of some kind?
No, she like was in a Man on the Street video,
Yeah.
and she said she was from a different town than we were from. And I said, I know, that's a lie. But I'm not going to say her name.
But
I'm not going to bring
TikTok
up the video.
knew that you knew her, and that's how it ended
and
up
it
on
made
your
me
For You
so
page.
angry.
Is
I
she
said,
famous now? Like
No.
we've discussed the
How
bikini
would-
contest before. Is she judging that this weekend? Maybe?
The video has gone viral.
Oh.
But like not in a bad way. Like she looks great in the video, and I'm not going to bring up anything because it's not. I'm
She's
not
just a
gonna dox her.
liar.
But she said she was from a different town. I said, you're not from there.
What town did she say she was from?
Not going to say because it'll give the video away.
Man, so we don't know what Stugotz was doing last
Yeah.
week. We don't know where this girl's from.
But
out
no,
here
I know where she's
claiming-
from.
You
She's
supposed to
just
find.
lying.
I'm supposed to be finding
You can't
stuff
be.
out.
You can't be repping sets that ain't your set. That'll get your ass beat.
It made me just very, very angry. And it wasn't even that she lied. It was that like I go on TikTok not to make sure I don't see people I know.
Right, yeah, it's for entertainment.
And I don't want to see you. But the videos that I am really into right now, and I've talked about this on Mystery Crate, is Jasper the doll. And she's a doll that's like kind of crazy. And so it's like I get a lot of puppet and doll videos, and they are so funny. I actually bought a cameo from Jasper to give to my sister for her birthday.
I'm
She loved
sorry.
it. You guys gotta look up Jasper the doll.
You will not.
You
like
won't
it.
like her at all.
Oh gosh,
Oh, I love Jasper.
that's scary.
Her videos are so funny.
I don't like this.
No, she's so funny. She's such a crazy doll living her crazy life.
Came on
She's
my feed.
hilarious.
Would you guys be reacting like this if she looked like Barbie? Probably not.
But she's made
Doll
videos
shaming.
that she's not related to Weird Barbie, that they are completely different.
Seems similar.
I also like I've moved past this, but I had a phase where I was into like pimple popping, ingrown toenail removal,
So disgusting.
ear cleaning type of stuff. It's not. It's actually
When they
it's like-
pull the big thing out of your ear?
It feels.
Oh,
good.
did I tell you that I went
Does it
to
not feel good to
go
see
to a CVS? Shout out to CVS.
Nope.
Twice.
Don't shout them out.
For getting my ear cleaned
Ooh, me
professionally.
too. Did they ask you if you had a ride home?
They did not.
That's not for your ear, Billy.
They asked me that.
It could mess up your equilibrium.
That's what they said. They said a lot of people need to kind of sit down after the fact. I didn't because I'm a superhuman.
Yeah.
They didn't ask me, maybe because I present more like an
Confident,
adult.
Yeah.
But I got my ear professionally cleaned with like water and all those things.
Irrigation.
Ear irrigation. Nothing came out.
Oh, wow.
It was incredibly disappointing.
Oh.
Was there nothing in there, or they just
Not for
didn't
me
do
to
a
say.
good job?
They tried for a long time,
Nothing between those ears.
and they said there's no great TikTok viral reveal. Nothing came out?
Why did you think you had something in
It
there?
felt a little stuffy in there. Also, I think I just seen it so many videos where I was like, I want that feeling.
You can get a picker. I have at home water irrigation system that works just fine, but they also have people who do like professional. It's more popular in different cultures where they actually go into your ear with instruments, and it's probably dangerous.
Don't do the fire one at home. That seems crazy.
Where they try to use the heat to create lower pressure to suck things out of your ear.
That's a disaster. That's an accident waiting to happen.
Whatever happened to just a Q-tip?
No, sometimes Q-tips push it in deeper.
We all saw girls. That's what happened.
Yep.
Little hydrogen peroxide in there.
Did you guys see what happened to PK Subban, by the way? So last week he went to, I guess, like an ENT or whatever. He went to like he had lodged in his ear a piece of his headset from Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, and it was in there 8 days before he realized, and they went in and took it out. It was just a piece came off and was stuck in there, and they had to go and remove it. He's like, I guess, it felt like he had lost hearing because of how loud the arena was or something, and then nope, there was something lodged in there for 8 days.
I feel like I would know if something were lodged inside me for 8 days. I think it's...
One time my earring got stuck inside my earlobe, pushed it all the way in, and it was just in there, and we had to cut open my ear and take the earring out. Oh. And that was a long time.
It took you 8 days to notice you didn't have the earring on?
It took less than 8 days, but I was a kid, so it took a lot longer for me to tell someone that my earring was stuck inside my earlobe.
I had an
but
eel
it's
bone
good now.
stuck in my throat once.
A what?
Not the same.
Eel bone.
Yeah, from sushi. Huh. I had to go to urgent care. Anyways, you have a lot of like tooth and ear stuff, I feel like.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
My algorithm is iOS 18, and...
What is that?
Sweet.
What?
It's the next version of the phone,
it's
right?
the next version of the update.
Oh.
And some movie lists.
Hold on, wait. You get served videos about the next Apple software update.
And so I'm just imagining that my algorithm is not as amazing.
Are you up to date, or are you like very behind and like, buddy, we're about to be by 18?
No, I'm always up to date.
Okay.
I download it the minute I can. I'm not a beta person though.
You're an alpha.
But you can use the beta version of iOS 18 right now. But I don't want to do that.
Does anybody have something in their algorithm that's slightly more interesting than phone updates?
I get a lot of bodybuilders now.
What?
Male or female?
Why?
Male.
They know you're working on your summer bod.
Yeah. They've overheard me talking about getting on gear, taking tren.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this. Dominique, me, and you. We should have done a cycle when we were doing.
Yeah. We're
Thanks for including the rest of us. No idea what you're talking about.
We didn't work together at that point. This is when we did a show together.
We all did steroids together for a while.
We wanted to be jacked like Dominique.
Yeah.
Did you actually do a cycle together?
Well, according to my algorithm, yes. Turns out I'm very, very fluent in how you would use lots of testosterone and or tren and or HGH regimens to get the results that you need. And what's jarring to me, I guess I never really thought about this, is like how much bodybuilding is entirely aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like the
spray tans. I see
the
spray tan
tans.
videos a lot.
It's I'm like, I guess it's not for me to criticize how much people love spray tans.
Well, you thought people got to like 455 pounds and jacked for health reasons, not for aesthetic reasons.
But even that, it was more about like a functional strength. It's so entirely like people photoshopping their bodies. There's a YouTuber who's really popular, one of the most popular. This is how I got started on this. There's this kid, Sam Sulek, who's one of these YouTubers. I don't know if you ever heard of him. People out there in the world may have. He is one of the most popular YouTubers. He's 5'11", approximately 300 pounds maybe, but fully jacked. Maybe kind of photo of him. And there's this whole conversation on the internet about like natty or not, about whether they take steroids or not.
They obviously do, right?
Every bodybuilder takes steroids.
Yeah, I thought so.
You can't get that body.
Like professional
naturally.
wrestling in the 90s, right? Or maybe still.
Or the
Some
2010s.
Some people
20s.
claim that they don't, but it makes me think that they're lying to me. And so I've just been consuming lots of videos to try and fact check whether any of these guys are on steroids, and my investigation continues.
Your body's Exhibit 1, mine is Exhibit 1A, not steroid.
Huh.
You can't have your body and be on steroids.
What is that
normally.
supposed to mean?
You might look. If you're trying to say that my testicles are enormous,
What's going on?
Actually, they shrink on steroids.
Well, that's why
that
he's
was-
saying,
yeah.
because he's.
point.
Yeah.
I'm going to refer back to Dominique's previous.
Yeah,
counsel.
Dominique. Let it
About-
germinate
Yeah.
when it's funny. Wait, what do I do when it's not funny, though?
It may not be for you. Like maybe if you don't get it, let it go. But if you know that it was like a real not funny joke, we can pounce on it and we can make it funny by pointing out that it's not funny.
So
yeah.
we just let it last longer.
Yeah, you could leave it there or you could just point out.
So how long would you go with Pablo's testicles? Like a minute?
Zero.
Zero. So
If Pablo wants to reference his testicles, just be quiet. Because if it was funny, the people who appreciate it will laugh. If it's not funny, Pablo's awkward silence while we all sit there and say, why are you talking about your nuts? That would be funny. You, on the other hand, trying to correct him on how to affect the size of the testicles, not funny.
Thank you, Dominique.
But the way that you...
I got that.
The way that you took us to the paper, pretty funny.
I'm listening. I'm
Nice.
thinking about
Man's
it.
learning. He's getting better, guys. Coach him up.
I am coachable.
David has been maintaining his own junk journal all show.
But it's just the size of people's testicles.
And things that you learn in 3rd grade.
I admit that there are things I don't think about. I'd like to understand how algorithms work, and I don't. I understand when I buy something that I'm going to get more of that thing. But I don't know how you get a bodybuilding video or a scary video without you doing something
So
to
before
warrant it.
we get to how algorithms work, I think we need to work on basic human interaction. That's step 1. We'll get to algorithms later.
Well, I want to get to algorithms now.
Lucy?
Okay, so basically when you first get a social media account, it's going to send you all the different videos,
Right.
dancing videos, cooking videos. Yeah. It's going to track if you like them, if you share them, if you bookmark them, and how long you watch them. So if you watch the entirety of a bodybuilder video, it's going to track that you're doing that, and it's going to feed you more and more, and it's just going to keep track of how long you're watching these videos.
But would you agree then that Pablo had to have done something with bodybuilding?
Well, yeah,
he
he
said
had
he
to
did.
watch the video, which he's explained that he's already watched the videos.
I think it probably also, I'm guessing it probably makes a like proto or archetype of a person who has similar behavior as you, and then sends you videos that people like that. People who like these videos normally like these videos, would be my guess.
I'm sorry. Talking to David right now in this fashion makes me concerned that this is what like Joe Biden's cabinet is doing all day.
Oh, God.
That's not nice. Now that you've gone, I am happy to have fun as much as you want to, and you can use me as your character. Do not compare me to what they do for Biden.
Do not call me a Democrat, is what he's saying.
No.
If you guys, I'm curious if your algorithms all remember, like in the early YouTube days when the way the algorithm worked was like you could watch YouTubes all day long and it would keep feeding you videos, but eventually you'd end up on Gangnam Style. Yeah. Like all videos went back to Gangnam Style. Apparently that was like how they designed their algorithm. I don't know, but my Instagram algorithm will go from like me watching a tutorial on like how to do nails to like Christian, like super Christian videos.
What?
After like 3 videos, like all roads go back to like Christian influencer.
We talking like Christian McCaffrey Christian, Olivia Culpo Christian?
No, like Christian the religion, not Christian the McCaffrey.
And she sends every single one of those videos to me.
I send them all to Lucy, and then I keep getting more.
So
but
they
before
think you
I
like
started
them.
doing that,
Are they trying to convert you?
I have no idea.
What's the goal of the video?
I they're all different. I don't know how to explain it. I think we showed one on air once. They're all different though. It's like this is my life and this is what I do here, and it's like a bunch of like Christian activities. I don't know.
You gotta stop sharing those. They click off them. Charlie sent me some nonsense about ranch dressing, and I got out of that.
You asked for them
because you said they were funny, and then I watched them.
One of them was funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. And then I started getting stories about people. So it's about. You can explain it, Charlie.
British people trying ranch for the first time, and they drop their British accents and say ranch like Americans when they try it. It's kind of funny.
All right, the first one was funny, and then I was like, all right, let's get out. It's out of my algorithm now. I've skipped enough of them that they know I don't care about the Brits and their ranch.
Speaking of white parties, though, my algorithm has also been the white party, the Michael Rubin white party, because I've clicked on all of them.
Have you been to it?
No, David. I'm here with you in the mud.
It's quite a party.
You've been?
So no.
Okay.
I'm 1 degree away. I'd like to get 0 degrees away, but I'm 1 degree away. I want to go one time. That's it. Just to say that I went.
I'm sorry, what's the degree?
No people who
The
go
Hamptons.
there.
No, I think
it's
think
in the Hamptons.
I think he's asking
where I live.
who's the person. Like you said, you're 1 degree away. Is there a person, or what's the like?
So there's people in the baseball world who go, and then there are the people who work at the party are the same people who work at my house.
Oh.
So they take.
So maybe you could work it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I
Maybe
could work
You're
it.
talking about like wearing a disguised construction worker outfit, maybe, then
Like
embedding with
YMCA
them.
style. No, but there's the construction. There's a load in and a load out. It's a very big. It's an 8-day affair. So load in is 6 days. Load out is 2 days.
So you got to be part of the load-in crew, and then you have to like do inside man it. You know what I mean?
Still, all of them are on duty the night of the party.
No. What he's saying is you sneak in with them while they're getting ready.
Yeah.
And then you get in a potted plant and stay there until the party starts.
You make a
While
false
wearing
wall.
white.
You hide behind the wall, and then day of the party, you break out while no one's paying attention.
Perhaps a room service cart. You get in there.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's become the party of the summer.
Wait, are we talking about the Michael Rubin white party?
I hope so.
I thought we were talking about when the Marlins batboy drank a bunch of milk. That white party.
That was not a party. I didn't even have a party at that moment. We're talking about the Michael Rubin white party that just happened.
It's amazing to me that they didn't play.
I'm going to refer back to the notes in David's journal about.
The only thing I saw from that come out of that
I'm
party
trying,
was the
man. I'm
picture of
trying.
Drake, where he looked like very sad and tired.
Speaking
and
of someone who hadn't slept in a while, Drake in that photograph.
You know who? Kendrick Lamar has run the best campaign of the entire summer. It's been incredible. And it comes to mind because they didn't play any Kendrick Lamar at the party because Drake was there performing, which seems impossible to me that you cannot play the song of the summer at what is supposedly the party of the summer. But I guess you don't want to disrespect Drake in that situation. But it made it feel like, as cool as that party and popular as that party is, Kendrick kind of made it feel whack by releasing his video on the same day, dressing in all white, while his criticism of Drake is that he is a white person culturally who is stealing black culture, while all you famous black celebrities are at this party dressed in all white. Kendrick's won the summer, guys. I wish he could run for president.
Kind of made the white party feel like the Live tour. I agree.
Yeah,
it's sort of like, what did you say? Oh, okay. There's a whole authoritarian vibe here.
I don't know how much you've kept up with the beef, but you would definitely appreciate how methodical and disciplined Kendrick has been from the beginning of it. Like, it seems like every move that he's made has been well thought out, years to plan, all the way to the pop-out concert, to the music video release. It's just been
prestige-like. You got to be willing to cut off your finger. If you're you got to do everything for the bid.
Speaking of the prestige, we stuffed David into a white cake and loaded it into the party. The prestige.
What a pop-out.
Helen of Troy.
That too.
I'm in for whatever we would do. It'd be very good. I think the better person to go to that party, though, would be Stugotz. him walking around that party.
Somebody mentioned it. You made me think of this. Someone mentioned this earlier that they like evaluate people's.
Yeah, I saw a clip. I don't know if it was from this year or another year. I think he was on Part of My Take saying that at the end of every year they evaluate everyone's performance and they cut 75 people because there's a 350 person max.
Oh my god!
So every year there's 75 people chopped off.
So
Stugotz for the business people.
Stugotz's white clothes would be stained yellow by his fingers.
Terrible.
But I feel like as a party participant, Pablo would be the best of the people that are here, and Stu probably be pretty good. I think I'd be among the worst.
Because you would just refuse to actually make small talk.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm just not a party type of guy. I'm a good time sometimes, but
What do you like?
You guys.
Scary videos.
You guys. So I think more than anything, small interactions that are like genuine, whereas party I feel like is unless you're drunk, it's a lot more performative.
See, this isn't true. We were in Vegas for the Super Bowl, and Dominique said he didn't like parties. Next thing you know, he was tickle fighting Brandon Marshall at Jason Kelsey's Super Bowl party, and didn't want to leave.
As I mentioned before,
Who won the tickle fight?
Man, undefeated against B. Marsh. He couldn't get open against me. I had 2 picks against him when we played them, and also plenty of tickle wins. He's so big and cuddly. He's not ripped like me.
Can I introduce Dominique to a new friend after the break? Dominique keeps lobbing very philosophical questions.
They're not for now. These are like potential
We're about to
fallbacks
start the show.
I know. We already had something to talk about, and then I throw something out because I'm like, all right, we got to do a lot of hours for a lot of week, so let's just have stuff.
You're just chumming the waters.
No, I just got to give people stuff in their head. This is how you do the show. You guys don't know how to do this. I know how to do this.
I'm writing it down in the doc.
Exactly, but like you just see what sparks people, and then you have it for later.
Here's the tricky part is that, and you'll find this out throughout the week, every day it's different people. So, like, you're chumming the water with people who may not be here tomorrow. So if you get a bite, then that fish may not be there tomorrow.
I got you. However, we still have a lot today. So, like, we're headed
We don't.
into...
This is it.
This is the last segment?
Yeah.
We're done. What
This
are you
is, we're finished, yeah. Time flies,
Flew
huh?
by today. That was fun.
Well, in that
River
case, yeah. This
moving.
river was not lazy.
No, it was full of milk.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, weird river.
Nice job, David. Nice
Let
job.
it go.
Just let it sit there,
go.
baby.
Simmered.
I deserve that.
Boiled.
Why would the river be filled with milk?
Please don't become a Samson.
Can I confess how much I watched the Team USA assembling videos? Again, algorithmic. I'm now getting served all of the Team USA content, and I've been watching all of it. And part of it just makes me feel like a kid. Like, I don't know if you guys can show this as B-roll, but it's like watching LeBron dap up Steph.
I watched a lot of it too. I watched the video of them all trying to spin a basketball. I watched videos of them practicing. It was good stuff.
How amazing was it that Steph and LeBron can't spin a basketball in their fingers?
It was shocking.
Oh, I missed this one.
Yeah. So everyone was doing like their little isolated like photo shoot sort of things, and they were asking them social media questions, and they were asked them all, could you spin a basketball? And Steph was very embarrassed that he could not. And then there were some other players, I think it might have been AD, who kind of was like, of course. They asked them, do you think other players can? And they were like, of course. Like, who can't spin a basketball on their hand? And Steph can't, LeBron can't.
I just figured that I was beyond being like starstruck as like a cynical fan of anything. And I'm like watching these guys enter the room one after the other. Like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has never looked cooler to me than he is like walking into a ballroom to meet all of these guys. It feels like
meeting them. Seen them, you mean? Like, what's the big deal? They're acting like they've just never spent time together.
I mean, so much
meeting
progress.
them as in like it's a meeting.
We made so much progress.
Hey guys, one step at a time. Now we have gone past the stage where we can give him new things to work on. We're at the end of the show, so we got to encourage him now, guys. So let's not point out any more Samson mistakes.
So I can't do it, but you can do it.
No, I'm done.
That's
You can always
because you're a
do it.
woman.
Okay.
Got it.
I don't think Jessica's ever had a problem doing
Name's
it.
Lucy.
I don't know what's happening anymore, and I don't like it.
You're in charge today.
Yeah.
Pablo,
everybody
did you
in.
see the video of Embiid flopping against college kids
I don't
in their
like
first
this
scrimmage?
either.
Seriously, because you're like so taken by this team.
It's a good question.
I hope they don't have that video.
Do you watch this video of them getting together like, man, I wonder if they can win the gold?
Do you think Embiid's going to sit out if they play Serbia?
Okay.
Do you think Giannis is upset he's not in that room?
Oh, man.
I saw him crying after Greece made it. I think he was crying after they made it. There was a
big thing.
It was them in Slovenia.
Yeah, they beat Luka.
Winner gets in, basically.
That brings up an interesting question. Do you think these guys would rather be the one guy on the team like Giannis, or rather be on this essentially another dream team where you are a piece to the puzzle?
So I think that being on this specific team does feel special because the people who are on it are actually like the best players in the league who are American. So to me, there is something that makes me, again, kind of childlike about, like, I can't believe Anthony Edwards and LeBron and Steph and KD and Joel Embiid and Kawhi Leonard and all these guys are together.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Don't leave him out. Don't leave those.
He's in there too. Kevin Durant's they're giving interviews now. It just feels like Team USA, for people who don't know, like every 4 years, it's not just about are they going to win the gold medal, as Billy was insultingly characterizing it. It's also that you get inside of this network where, again, in past years, this is where off-season stuff has really come to pass. This is where super teams had been formed. This is where friendships are made that reshape the league. And I think that Team USA at its best in an era when it's actually unclear whether the gap between Team USA and the second best team, how big that even is anymore, I think it all adds to this level of something special is happening, which I, again, am indulging fully. I'm really into this Olympic team.
I think Giannis has more appreciation and more emotion for Greece than anybody in that room has for the U.S. He wants to win. If he can get something accomplished as the only guy, quote unquote, for his country, it would be so meaningful versus going in as the dream team. It's like, is the dream team in 92. Yeah. They were going to win. They won. It was expected. That can never feel as good as when you're not supposed to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said in this room now is different than on the podium when they get medals. So, like, on the podium, I think that, yeah, Giannis, if Giannis wins a gold, silver, or bronze, he's going to be happier than any of the U.S. players, no matter what medal they win. But emotion tied to it, I'm not sure that I would differentiate.
See, to me, it's also, David, it's about making this team. Because this is like the dream team. This isn't like prior Olympic teams. This is 4 of the 20 best players ever.
Steph has never been on an Olympic team before.
LeBron and Steph, the most, influential players of the generation. Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. That's the Mount Rushmore of the last 15 years of the NBA. And so if you're Anthony Edwards, if you're Tyrese Halliburton, getting to play with them is incredibly meaningful, even if it's not about winning the medal for.
Steph Curry never was on a team because he was hurt, didn't want to be, because he didn't make one.
I assume that was the
first two.
Yeah, would be my guess.
So this is the first time he's been healthy enough to play?
It's still a significant thing. No matter the reason why you haven't done it before, it's significant that this is the first time that you're doing it. And this team is different than I think last Olympics team had some guys on it that were playing a role that were not like greatest of all time. It's like there are only guys on this team right now are in that great conversation or about to be.
Also, the last Summer Olympics was so weird because of COVID, and there were like no fans there, and a lot of people were sick and missed it at the last minute. And it was just such a cluster that I'm like really, really excited for the Summer Olympics because it feels like the first like full Olympic cycle that we've had in like 8 years.
Except for the swimming part.
Why?
No one's read about the Seine and the Seine?
Oh, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Yes, there was going to be a poop protest. It failed.
They failed a couple days ago. So now they're making alternate plans for the marathon, swim, and the triathlon, including making the triathlon a duathlon. No, a duathlon. A duathlon.
Biathlon?
Oh,
that's the word.
It very well could be that, but I think it's duo. I think it starts with duo. But just getting rid of the swim and the triathlon, which is insane, just making it the bike and the run, and the billions of dollars that France has spent to clean up the Seine, it's been wasted, pun intended.
A biathlon is a winter sport that combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting.
Oh, no, not that.
Right.
We're not doing that in the river.
No. So I think it is duathlon.
Keldon Johnson was on the 2020 21 U.S. men's Olympic team. Just FYI.
Not every time, but there are quite a few Olympic events that I look up, and I heard you guys talking about steeplechase before. Duathlon is another example of it where you're like, man, should this be an Olympic event? But it makes me feel better about adding things like breakdancing, where it's like, this is weird. But then I look, it's like, hey, they're out here doing all this other foolishness. Why can't we do throw out some cardboard and get busy and get a medal for it?
What about twirling? How do you feel about twirling?
What's twirling?
I have a quick twirling story.
Twirling.
Yes.
My friend did it growing up. It's insane.
It's super hard.
And they do it while the thing's on fire. I don't understand it.
I was playing pickleball indoors, and next to me there were two people training for the twirling championships in Sweden. And they're trying to get twirling into the Olympics in 8 years. And so they're making a big twirl push. And the way they practice the twirling, they're throwing this thing up in the air, and it's the highest indoor ceiling in Long Island.
Speaking of hitting the ceiling of this particular show, joining us now over Zoom is Brad.
Whoa! We did it!
Brad,
welcome to the show. David Sampson is sitting next to me. We've been investigating a story that...
You look great, man.
That I wonder how much you recall about. The story of you paying $500 to a now former Marlins bat boy, and him barfing very white barf all over the clubhouse, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you cut out on that first part, but yeah, I was shocked. I mean, David laid the hammer on that poor kid. At that point, it was, well, let me think, it was 10 games for steroids and how long for Milt? Samson?
6 games, Brad.
6 games, that poor kid. Are you sure that's all that was?
No, it was forever.
Why are you laughing?
It was a lot more than 6 games.
Man, you look great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How
Good
you guys
to see
doing?
you. It's great to see you.
Way to change the subject. So did you agree with David Sampson's decision to eliminate this poor guy's pension over a little bit of a little milk vomit?
Absolutely not. Not even. I mean, the kid still did his job. He did throw up, but then he moved on and did everything he was supposed to do that day, and he didn't miss any work. So, no, I didn't agree with it.
Brad, did you supplement his income once he was let go?
It's not his responsibility.
Because you felt badly?
Not his responsibility.
I think we all kicked in quite a bit. Yeah, he probably was way better off.
Part of the story.
How much did David Sampson kick in?
He actually might have fined the kid and taken some of that pot from him.
Fucking penny.
Brad, did you know that David also fired and eliminated the pension of his brother? We learned that from Nick.
Of who?
Nick's brother.
Oh, so he got both of them for the milk.
2 for 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds like something David would do, though. I mean, you know that risk when you work for him, right, David?
Every day is a new day, Brad. You could be with us. You could be traded. You could win a ring. You just never know.
Right. That is true. I'll never forget when I got traded, guys. You'll love this. I went in there, and this was right after we won the World Series, and we kind of, as a team, we talked. And I went in. I think it was Mike at the time, maybe Mike Hill. I went in there and said I would take a discount if we could keep this team together. And literally within a week, I was gone.
Wait, we just argued about taking discounts with LeBron James earlier in the show.
David was on the other side of that argument.
David on the other side of the argument, and
Brad, in all of our years together, never once have I heard you utter the words "I would take a discount."
You calling this man a liar?
100% true.
Who did you want us to keep? You wanted Pudge back? Like what?
No. Just the core group, just us. You know, me and Josh and those guys. I think it was Mike. I talked to Mike and I said, here's what I'll take to stay. And I mean, I'm actually worked out better for me because I got about double what I would have stayed for.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
By the way, judging on where you're at, I just would like to say things worked out very well for you, Mr. Penny.
Yeah, for people not watching, he seems to be patrolling in a state of some sort, which looks beautiful.
I'm trying to. I got 4 kids, so I'm trying to find a spot where I could possibly not be interrupted.
How did you settle on $500 as the amount of money you would pay Nick Cirillo if he did not barf milk all over the clubhouse?
So it was just a bet, and it had been going on, for a little bit. And we said, we'll give you, it was me actually. I said, Nick, I'll give you $500 if you can drink this milk and keep it down for an hour. And I mean, it took him to the very last minute to get it down. And I mean, it was hilarious. I can't even explain to you how hard he threw up.
Please try.
I mean, I can't. It was. I mean, it was a good. And it was in the
what kind of exit velocity are we talking on?
Oh,
on that?
Big time. I mean, it was. I've never seen anything like it unless it was on like the Exorcist movie.
Yeah, Lodge Angle.
How many?
It was unbelievable.
How many heaves? Was it 2, 3 heaves? What would you...
Just one long stream.
Whoa, dude! We thought he would die. He could have died. Just on a side note, never mentioned before is the fact that he could have died.
Man.
Could have.
No, he was
didn't.
fine.
I mean, everybody could die.
You think the $500 may have come from your per diems?
I don't know. I know this. I know you were so concerned about that kid dying, you fired him.
Exactly right. I'm a good guy. I don't want anyone to die on my watch. Unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Die
that
on
way,
your
but-
own time. Oh, David.
Brad,
That is how that was. The Brad, I can't believe
has
you found
has
Brad.
has anyone successfully? I'm trying to find out the answer to this question. Has anyone ever successfully chugged a gallon of milk inside of an hour and not vomited?
Not on my watch. I've done it several times, and no one has passed that test.
You did it more in your career or since
of
you
course.
retired?
Don't tell who you did it because David will
In my
go
career.
find them
In
and
my
try
career.
to fire them.
As a Marlin,
Yeah.
when you were a Marlin, you did it again?
Nope, I did it at other organizations.
Got it.
Good answer, Brad.
And I assume
I
it's
wasn't.
true.
I wasn't even on the Marlins when I did it the first time. I was with the Dodgers. I was in the visiting clubhouse.
Did anybody get fired or for that time?
That was the time
The time with
that
he was
Nick
visiting.
got fired.
Oh, that
You know,
was the time. Okay,
I
gotcha.
would have done it as a Marlin, but I thought I'd get released.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Who would ever do that?
I would only have done
I
that
would
if
never do that. Working for Samson, I knew that I better wait till I get traded.
Brad, before we let you go, what is your favorite ride at Disney World?
At Disney World, I do go a lot. I got a lot of kids. Man, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been there.
Ratatouille.
We usually go to, I like the Tower of Terror.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I always talk my
That's a good one. Guardians. of the
Brad,
Galaxy.
thank you.
You got it, man. No problem.
Brad Penny,
So
thank you
good
for
to see you.
completing our investigation. We can all rest now that the truth has been found.
The Tower of Terror, also known as David Sampson's office.
See you, Brad.
We've done a lot of journalism here today. A shocking amount of finding out that this crew has done.
Where's your piece of paper with Pablo Dot?
I forgot it.
Don't you normally have
Yeah,
that hanging
I
over your
do.
computer?
Hold on, maybe it's my backpack.
Because and the show
My
that
deoxygenated brain has made me.
you refer to your show. Could you?
No, I mean,
Okay, I'll refer to mine then.
yeah. I mean, I'm here to create a good show for them, not promote my own show.
Damn.
Nothing personal with David Sampson
DNF.
on the DraftKings Network. Pablo promotes his Pablo Torre finds out he hangs it over his
But see,
computer.
that's the
There's
just
no
because
oversight.
other people do things that I believe to be uncouth does not mean that I should.
Is this another civil rights movement take?
No, it's not.
Better not be.
It's not. It has nothing to do with it. Just saying I don't believe he did it is a good defense for anything that I think it's awkward to be out here like promoting your own show. If people want to
Dominic
find me, they'll
Foxworth
find
show
some-
featuring me.
There it is.
If people want
That's
to
a
find
good
it, they're going to
producer.
find it. Whatever. Anyway, let's talk about something that people actually care about, not promoting our shows.
So apparently Joey Chestnut drank a gallon of milk in 13 seconds and did not barf.
Eat
Nope.
it, Samson.
That is not accurate. You have that. You have video of Joey Chestnut drinking a gallon of milk.
We're gonna effort that video.
It's possible. You don't think so?
I was under the impression maybe it's a Bubameister, but I always thought that you could not drink a gallon of milk and not vomit. That's what I had always been told. And no proof to the contrary has ever existed.
I would definitely vomit. I think milk's disgusting.
Bubameister?
I also
something false that people believe to be true. You can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery with the tattoo.
Okay.
That's a Bubameister.
Okay.
An old wives' tale.
Yeah.
It's like an
Right,
old
I
wives'
just never heard Bubameister before. Learn something new every day. I believe, Joey, it's the same ways Pablo thinks it's impossible that you could exist on 2 hours of sleep. I believe that Joey Chestnut could probably drink. This man eats 1 trillion hot dogs. I think drinking a gallon of milk in 13 seconds is something that he could do.
This man is a good businessman. He's separated from the world.
He was kind of the biggest figure in sports
Yeah.
over the last several days, since July 4th. Because he was not there. Because, of course. Did you guys watch the hot dog eating contest, actually?
I
no,
do.
I couldn't watch it. It's so gross.
I love the fact it is so gross. It disgusts me, but I love who chooses when they put the bun in the water, how many they can do at a time, how many regular dogs they can do in their mouth at once, and it is absolutely disgusting. And I don't understand how they all don't vomit, and I don't understand how professional eaters are not fat.
Pablo, I was told that at Sports Illustrated covering the hot dog eating contest was a thing that everyone had to do at some point when they were young on the job. Did you ever have to go and cover it?
The first interview I ever did at Sports Illustrated as a journalist was Joey Chestnut, hot dog eating contest.
Wow.
The
So
literal
your first
article.
interview was a champion in their sport.
Correct. And
Was he nice to you?
he was a delight. And here he is chugging a gallon of milk in 13 seconds on video. Yeah, so you see, there's no audio here, but you can almost hear it because he is crunching the milk
Carton?
the
That's so
gallon.
gross.
Wait, is this whole milk?
Oh, you think it's 2%?
It
is
could
blue.
be 2%. It could be water.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, let's
Let's
find that label. Let's
Pablo
find
Torre
that
needs to
label.
find out.
It's definitely not whole milk.
I
milk
thought
is
whole
always
milk is red.
Yeah. it's
Is
always
that
red.
Blue
true?
is skim milk.
Yeah. Whole milk is always red. Either way, it's pretty impressive.
I mean, listen, I'm not
13 seconds,
poo-pooing the
yeah.
fact that he did
Blue
it.
label. We are seeing 2%.
Yeah.
We're seeing 2%.
You're poo-pooing. Don't poo-poo it.
Wow.
It's impressive, though.
It's
So what did you think of the hot dog contest in person, Pablo? I heard it's a terrible assignment because you
was
basically
so
spend
hot.
the 4th at Coney Island without
It was
doing
so
anything
hot.
fun.
You're in a crowd of people and you get backsplash. Like boxing referees who get blood sometimes, or boxing journalists will get blood like the boxing referee in the ring. I'll get blood splashed around. You get hot dog parts.
Where are you positioned as a journalist?
You get great seats. I mean, you can choose to be right in front. There's no press row at the hot dog eating contest.
Why would you position yourself in a place where you're getting backsplash?
Because it was the first assignment I'd ever taken. I had not done a scouting report on what exactly happens here. When Eric Badlands Booker may have what they call a reversal of fortune in the world of hot dog eating, which is what that guy did with the lemonade that started off one of the weirdest 4-hour runs of anything I've ever done today.
Today or any day?
I mean, it's hard to tell.
So Joey Chestnut did not perform. He had a fight with the management.
A business story, a sports business
It's a
story.
great sports business story. He went out on his own, and he did it.
Wait, do you blame Nathan's for banning him because he had signed this deal with Impossible Foods?
You have to have a strategy, and you have to stick to it, and sometimes it's painful. But you cannot support. Hey, Jordan covered up the Reebok on his sweatsuit. He put the flag over it. I mean, there's just certain things you cannot do. When you're in the hot dog eating contest and you're getting money.
Kobayashi also previously did that and was banned. So it's not like he didn't know what was potentially going to happen to him. Also, the entire broadcast was just talking about Joey Chestnut regardless. So he wasn't there, but they spent it was almost like an obituary for him.
Jeremy Schaap was announcing it.
That was crazy.
Which was my
and
favorite part.
I didn't understand how Jeremy Schaap ended up with that assignment. And then when they did the Joey Chestnut obituary for him, who's very much still alive, I was like, maybe this is why Jeremy Schaap is here, just for this one piece, and then he continued throughout the entire tournament.
It gets great ratings. This is not a small little...
Yeah, Major League Baseball ceded July 4th to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Not purposefully. But so he ended up eating... He would have won Nathan's again. He ate more hot dogs than the winner of Nathan's in only 5 minutes.
He ate 57, beating actual servicemen and women from the United States military in 57, by a score of 57 hot dogs in 5 minutes.
So it's brilliant business what he did.
I mean, it's back to the LeBron James story if you want it to be. Like, they allowed their whole industry to be built on the back of one star, and rather than fully compensating him for a value, they chose not to, and he took his talents to South Beach, or wherever they did that, to military base.
You know, this is the 14-year anniversary of that. Worst day of my professional life. Best day of your lives here.
The decision?
Yeah.
I believe it was July 8th, 2010.
I think you're right.
When the Marlins lost 10-4 to the Diamondbacks, and I was in the elevator when I heard what LeBron had done, and I knew my career had changed that day.
You said, I need to fire even more